Officers charged in the killing of Tyree Nichols claim they're innocent. Afghan refugees are settling in Oklahoma, and thousands are celebrating a Catholic shrine in Oklahoma City. This is OU Nightly.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. I'm Morgan Martin.
And I'm Purpura. We begin tonight with an update on the Tyree Nichols case. The officers facing charges after the killing of Nichols gave their pleas in court today. CNN reporter Gloria Pezmino has the latest from Memphis.
The 5 Memphis officers charged in connection with the killing of Tyree Nichols faced a Shelby County criminal court judge Friday and declared their innocence.
At this time, we waive the formal reading of the indictment off to the court, a plea of not guilty.
Tadarius Bean, Demetrius Haley, Justin Smith, Emmett Martin III, and Desmond Mills Jr. were formally arraigned during this brief court proceeding less than a month after they were fired from the department. And 2 months since police and traffic cameras captured them brutally beating Nichols, a 29-year-old black man, after he was pulled over for a traffic stop. All 5 men are facing charges of second-degree murder, aggravated assault, aggravated kidnapping, official misconduct, and official oppression. On the other side of the courtroom, the Nichols family, coming face-to-face with the men accused of taking their son's life.
They didn't even have the courage to look at me in my face after what they did to my son.
As the wheels of justice begin to turn, the Shelby County District Attorney said the office is reviewing as many as 100 cases related to the now defunct Scorpion unit, the same anti-crime unit the 5 charged police officers were once a part of.
If there's reason to doubt that the case is a valid conviction, then we'll reconsider that.
I'm Gloria Pezmino reporting.
A 6th officer that was fired for his involvement in Nichols' killing has still not been charged.
Oklahoma has welcomed refugees to the state for decades. A new U.S. State Department program is helping Afghans find their new home here. OU Nightly's Gabriela Tumani is live in Washington, D.C. to tell us more. Gabriela?
Oregon Pfeffer, more than 1,800 Afghan refugees have been resettled in Oklahoma over the past couple of years. And now a new program by the State Department could help resettle those who are left behind.
We do need to know more about the process. Someone has to brief us. Someone has to train our attorneys on this.
About 5 weeks after the U.S. State Department launched Welcome Corps, a new resettlement program that now allows citizens just like you and me to sponsor refugees.
The purpose of it is to increase the capacity for resettlement. So, it will be people resettling refugees right alongside Catholic charities.
Firoz Bashari says he's grateful for any federal government policy that helps his community, but
we just heard about it from social media. There is a statement. It needs more explanation.
Julie says Catholic Charities of Eastern Oklahoma has been aware of Welcome Corps since its launching.
When we welcomed the Afghan refugees, how much the local community wanted to get involved. And so this is just kind of an extension with that.
To bring those who are left behind is essential. But right now, Firoz says the federal government needs to take action about the status of those who are already here.
Our attorneys have helped us file our cases, but they are now in a pending status, whether they are asylum or SIV cases.
With the successful resettlement process up to this point, Firoz doesn't want to see the accomplishments go down the drain.
What happens at the end, things get wrong. We don't want to destroy the whole process by just not paying the right attention to the end of the story.
For us, Tommy, he's really grateful for the Oklahoma resettlement programs, but is urging the federal government to help the refugees who are already here in the country so they don't become undocumented. Reporting live here in Washington, D.C., I'm Gabriela Tumani, OU Nightly.
Thanks, Gabriela. Thousands of Oklahomans are celebrating the opening of a shrine for a priest who might become America's first Catholic saint. Father Stanley Rother was murdered in Guatemala in 1981 by a death squad during a mission to help the poor. More than 5,000 went to the Catholic shrine dedicated in South Oklahoma City. Archbishop Paul Coakley prayed that the shrine will bring new spirit for Catholics in Oklahoma. The timeline for Father Rother to be named a saint is unknown, but Oklahoma Catholics say they believe he will become the first American saint.
I know I'm enjoying this sunshine, but I've definitely noticed the cooler temperatures out there today.
Yeah, I have some weekend plans, so I'm hoping it stays nice outside. OU Nightly meteorologist Chloe Arroyo is going to give us a first look at the forecast. Chloe, how's it going to feel these next few days?
Yeah, guys, it's actually going to feel a lot warmer than what we have been seeing. This morning it was a little on the cooler side, but we're slowly but surely warming up across the board. You can see statewide temperatures are in the upper 40s to lower 50s. And now take a look at these temperature changes in the double digits. That is actually quite a big change in the past 24 hours. Now, coming up here in a bit, we're going to talk about the winds this week, as well as the rain coming up in the horizon. I'll have all that information here in just a bit. Back to you guys.
Thanks, Chloe. Coming up, new health concerns following the Ohio train derailment.
We'll tell you about the symptoms people from the area say they're experiencing.
And the search for the Chinese balloon shot down weeks ago has ended.
Find out what the FBI says about the discovery after the break.
Weeks after the Chinese spy balloon was shot down, Americans may finally have some answers. Victoria Anderson has that and the rest of today's national and international headlines from the News Center.
After weeks of scouring the ocean floor, the U.S. has finalized their efforts in recovering debris from the Chinese balloon shot down earlier this month. Authorities are hopeful that the equipment recovered will shine a light on the balloon's purpose and the data it recorded. As U.S. military ships depart the search site, the debris heads to the lab for analysis. Weeks after an Ohio train derailment left toxic chemicals in the town of East Palestine, residents are facing major repercussions. Reports of headaches and eye irritation arise amongst claims from federal agencies both the water and air are safe, though federal reports show the loss of over 3,000 fish in local streams. And Pennsylvania Senator John Fetterman is seeking treatment for depression months after suffering a stroke. Pepper Morgan.
Thanks, Victoria. One famous band is getting their own Lego dedication.
We'll tell you when you can buy that set coming up.
Well, welcome back to OU Nightly. My goodness, it is a beautiful day outside. Let's take a live look at the South Oval right now. Temperatures actually warmed up pretty well this afternoon, currently hanging around in the upper 40s. It's very, very dry outside. That dew point only at 10 degrees right now. Current temperatures across the board have warmed up quite a bit into the 40s and even up into the 50s for Woodward and Elk City, as well as Guyman up in the Panhandle. Now tonight, temperatures are going to hang around in the lower 30s. Will be pretty calm and quiet for the most part before those winds begin to ramp up. Now for tomorrow, temperatures are going to be, or this evening, excuse me, temperatures are going to be in the mid 40s. It'll be a very beautiful day, so you're going to want to walk your dog if you are out and about this afternoon into this evening. Now, overall for the temperatures this weekend, we're going to warm up just a little bit Saturday afternoon before we have another cool down overnight into Sunday. We're going to warm up quite a bit Sunday afternoon, and then even at the beginning of next week, We'll even see some temperatures reaching up into the 70s as you go further south. Now that comes with the cost. You know what they say, Oklahoma, where the wind comes sweeping down the plain, will have some southerly winds and wind gusts upwards of 30 to 40 miles per hour throughout the weekend. So you're going to want to hold on to your hats. That's going to continue to persist into Sunday and calming down eventually on Monday. Now, we also have a drought condition, and it has kind of calmed down, especially further south and east, but we still have those extreme and exceptional rates of drought conditions up further north and west. Now, we're not going to see much rain for the most part at the beginning of this week. However, we will be seeing some rain enter into the picture Wednesday morning. You can see that start to pop up here and there, even in eastern Oklahoma, and then that'll be out of our area Wednesday afternoon. Now let's take a look at this setup for the week. We'll be pretty warm throughout the entire beginning of the weeks. Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday will be in the 70s, and then slowly but surely we'll be warming up. Temperatures a high of 61 on Thursday and a high of 46 on Friday, much colder than what we have been seeing. Back to you guys at the desk.
Thanks, Chloe. The Lego company just announced an all-new set dedicated to a South Korean boy band. The band BTS will have a 749-piece set in honor of their hit single, Dynamite.
It will feature all 7 members of the band, and it will be on sale for $100 in March of this year.
Thanks for watching OU Nightly. Stay tuned for a one-on-one interview with OU women's head basketball coach.
And Brigg Bates is live from Allendale Mitchell Park to give us an update on the OU baseball season opener. Brigg?
That's right, Pepper. I'm here at Allendale Mitchell Park as the Sooners take on Cal Baptist. I'll bring you a live score update from Allendale Mitchell Park. Stay tuned.
Hello, I'm Kenzie Iserman. And I'm Addison Arthur. Welcome back to Big Friday Sports. Oklahoma baseball is kicking off their season today, and I heard they got a big gift. Addison, what's the latest on OU baseball? Former Sooner shortstop Robert L. Bob Stevenson made a big announcement today for OU baseball fans. OU announced today a big donation of $1.2 million to update their baseball facility. This project will give OU student athletes new locker rooms, training areas, and transform the look of the stadium. Kenzie, seems like a pretty good way to kick off baseball season. Well, I could imagine a better way. Our very own Brigg Bates reports live from opening day at Dale Mitchell Park. Brigg?
I'm here at Allendale Mitchell Park where the Sooners begin their reign as national champion runner-ups. The Sooners coach Skip Johnson says he's always thinking about a national championship trophy, but that's not the only thing he's focused on.
To tell you the truth, it's not about winning or losing. It's about how you develop those people as young men. If they leave here and be good fathers and husbands and they move on to professional baseball, you know, like watching Cade Horton leave and him texting me last week a quote about pitching. You know, that's what it's really about at the end of the day. And yeah, do I want to win a national championship? There ain't no doubt. That burns a hole in my soul every time I go out to practice. I mean, I'm focused on doing that.
The Sooners have a chance at taking home their home opener today as they lead 4-1 against Cal Baptist. Reporting live from Allendale Mitchell Park, Brigg Bates, OU Nightly Sports.
Thanks, Brigg. Now moving back over to some Sooner hoops, Tyler DeLuca had the opportunity to sit down with head women's basketball coach Jenny Baranczyk earlier this week. Here's our exclusive conversation with the Sooners head ball coach.
Tyler DeLuca here at the OU practice gym, and I'm joined by OU head women's basketball coach Jenny Baranczyk. Jenny, thank you for taking the time with us. Today, this is the first time we've gotten to talk one-on-one so far this season. So just kind of generally, what type of growth have you seen from the team throughout this season? And as the Big 12 tournament nears, what more growth do you have to do?
Oh, gosh, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. But I love the way that this team has really come together. I think from a team standpoint, it's been really fun to be able to watch. And there's some data points in that in terms of our assists right now. Our assist numbers in every game have been absolutely incredible. Our scoring production, our point production. has really been balanced. So I think that part's been really fun. Defensively, we're really starting to kick it in. So that's something that we want to continue to improve on and continue to focus on, especially as we start to head into this Big 12 tournament time.
I don't think there's ever been quitting this team, but there's been times where stuff has snowballed. And these past couple weeks, especially that Baylor game, I think is the prime example of fighting back for the entire game. How is that also kind of a culture thing that you feel like has just kind of grown from this team this season?
Well, I think you're right, and we're a snowball effect type of a team. We're very, very connected, which is what makes us so great, and then when things aren't going well, not so great, right? And so that's where I feel like, and in that game that you just referenced, and there's a lot of points that we've had, really I think the last couple years, but when we're really focusing on in the moment right now, in February, I feel like a huge part of what we've been able to do is just focus on effort. We just want to work really hard, and it doesn't mean it always goes your way. But if you don't have that, you don't have a shot. So from our standpoint, I feel like that togetherness, that belief that we have, not just in ourselves, but what we have in the collective unit, when we have that and we can just roll up our sleeves and just work, we're a very, very good basketball team.
Thanks, Tyler. Now we're going to throw it over to OU Nightly meteorologist Josh Duncan for an update on the weather at the baseball game. Josh?
Temperatures are in the upper 40s right now. Some fans have been bringing blankets in for the opening day of OU baseball, but some good news, warmer weather is on the way over the next few days. We'll take a look at your forecast coming up after the break. Good afternoon. It is a bit chilly for the opening day of OU baseball. With temperatures in the upper 40s, a light southwesterly breeze is making it feel like the low to mid 40s. And this is the first of a 3-game series against California Baptist. First pitch tomorrow is at 2 p.m. and temperatures will be similar to today, but there will be much more cloud cover and stronger winds. And then on Sunday, even warmer for the last game of the series. On Monday, the game against Air Force, temperatures are expected to reach the 70s. So come on out and support the defending national runner-ups as their season gets underway here over the next few days. Back to you.
Thanks, Josh. A local Oklahoma high school basketball game made national headlines. OU Nightly's Jay Toyebo was on the radio broadcast and shares his perspective.
4-2. That was the final score between the Anadarko and Weatherford boys the last time they played. Here's how you call that game on the radio. When a team holds the ball for nearly an entire quarter, you have to find a way to make it exciting, whether that means talking about the crowd or giving your own analysis of what you see on the floor.
1-3-1 zone for the Eagles. Weatherford student section is chanting boring, but because of the defense that the Weatherford Eagles are in, that's why this possession is taking so long for the Warriors.
I would say kind of talk more about the crowd's reaction, sort of body language from the players if you feel like they're actually, playing really disciplined.
One thing about doing radio, you have to paint a picture for the listeners that can't watch the game.
It's probably easier if you were to watch it on TV because the audience can see it, but on the radio, people are listening.
Painting that picture includes telling listeners where everybody is on the floor, who has the ball, and most importantly, the score and the time.
0-0, 5:10 to go in the quarter. Talent's got it over to Cange, high right corner. Back to Talent. Now to Cange.
Another important thing to keep up with in a game like that is to make sure your stats are correct, like a Weatherford player scoring all of his team's points, or an Anadarko player scoring the lone basket for his team. Calling that game also means when there's a chance to call a game winner, make it worth the listener's time.
Talent's got three at the buzzer for the win. It's up and in. It's no good. It's scored.
Even if the score is 4-2. Jay Toyebo, OU Nightly.
Kenzie, I've heard you've been busy and have a story with the recent Jim Thorpe Award winner, who you got to know back in July. He matched his flair for fashion with his play on the football field this season.
The show-stopping Travius Hodges-Thomason yet again turned heads when he entered the room tonight to receive the Jim Thorpe Award. Although he was not wearing the same shades he wore at Big 12 Media Days the last time I spoke to him, I got to talk to him a little bit about what his favorite piece of his outfit was tonight for their award ceremony.
Yeah, probably would be my shoes, honestly. I threw a little bit of drip inside of, just for a little spice, but much more trying to look more formal, you know. So I had to, you know, I'm a kick guy, so I had to bring some heat, have them on my feet.
Although his season didn't have the perfect fairy tale ending, Trey said that winning the Jim Thorpe Award was the cherry on top.
It's icing on the cake. It hurts, you know, to not be able to get the big trophy that I wanted for real, which was, you know, a national championship. But just, I got this trophy, you know what I'm saying, before that game. But, you know, it kind of feels a little harder, you know what I'm saying, the hole in my heart that I have for not winning everything else as a team. You know, so just to be able to have this award, you know, something that I've been wanting to achieve my whole life once I made that move to becoming a defensive back in high school. So, you know, just as a whole, man, this award it's an outstanding award, and I can't express my feelings enough.
Heading into the NFL draft, Trey says his motto still remains the same.
I don't like to switch up anything about me. I am who I am, and, you know, I'm all about it. So you look good, you feel good. You feel good, you play good. You play good, they pay good, you know. Quoted by Deion Sanders, man, and, you know, a big inspiration of who I am as far as, you know, how I approach the game and how I look at it. So, you know, man, I'm just trying to be great.
Now, Trey says he doesn't have an outfit planned yet for the NFL draft, but I have high hopes that eyes will be on him that night.
Styling comes quick to me. You know, I'm big on dressing, you know, and I feel like the fit that I do choose will be, you know, it will be something that everybody will be like, yeah, okay, he coming.
Kenzie Iserman, OU Nightly. You know, Addison, it was a lot of fun to catch up with him, especially here in Oklahoma City again. But flipping into our next sport, the #1 ranked OU women's gymnastics team is taking on Texas Women's University on Sunday.
And after winning their 5th straight meet, this will be their last on the road for the Sooners in February. The meet starts at 2 p.m. in Denton, Texas.
Feels like football season just ended, but OU season is just around the corner.
The Sooners' spring schedule includes spring camp, OU Pro Day, and the spring game on April 22nd.
Addison, football season is the best season, and we are so close.
I am so excited for the spring game.
I know. I'm excited to see them bounce back this season and hopefully have more wins under our belt this year.
Yeah. Is there a game you're most excited for this season?
I'm excited for the FSU matchup to watch Dylan meet up with his old team and just see how that rivalry. I wonder if it will turn into a rivalry between the two teams now.
Yeah, I agree. I would say I'm most excited for the Red River matchup since last year didn't go as planned for the Sooners, but
no, yeah, Texas is always a big matchup, so I'm excited for them to bounce back. They're going to bounce back. I know it's coming.
We hope so. Well, thank you for watching Big Friday Sports. I'm Addison Arthur.
And I'm Kenzie Iserman. Be sure to tune in to all Sooner sports this weekend, and be sure to watch us next Friday. Good night.